He is on one. Yeah. Oh, snaps. We here. We here.
Oh, I gotta watch this.
What another?
Yeah.
Another talk that talk.
Yeah.
Podcast.
Cha-ching.
Oh, snaps. We got another podcast, fam. Yeah, we from the crib today. Wasn't able to get into the lab because I had prior engagements that I already signed up for and all that good stuff. But we here. We got a lot to talk about, man. But you already know I go by the name of Bake, aka we want to welcome you to another edition of Talk That Talk Podcast. I'm my brother, my co-host, co-leader, producer of the year, father of the year, husband of the year, teacher of the year, all that good stuff, man. Introduce yourself.
It's your boy, Mr. Reasons. Too many of them himself. I got something to rant about later.
You already got somebody to rant about, dog? You got something to rant about?
What? I had a moment that I was driving. I'm dying now.
What?
And I'm going to just preface this.
Save it. Save it. Save it.
Ooh.
Save it. You about to start the show off with a rant, dog. That's crazy to start the show off with a rant. Oh man, but anyway, dog. We gonna be talking about conference championship recap from the NFL. We got 2 Super Bowl potential candidates right now that can possibly win. We got the Eagles and the Chiefs. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna recap the games. Then we're gonna talk about Jimmy. It's something about Jimmy that's going on in Miami. Potential trades. And the Warriors are on the table. Don't know how that's gonna be. And we're gonna talk about potential. We got some new coach hirings. Some big changes coming in the NFL, man. And as we get closer and closer, because that's a long time from today, but we'll definitely talk about expectations and stuff like that from the coach. But we're gonna just top it up, talk to a little bit, and then the WWE Royal Rumble is this Saturday, man. We're gonna be doing a watch party, dog. We gotta figure out how we're gonna do the watch party. But the watch party, we're gonna be watching the Royal Rumble live. Gonna have some food. We're gonna be watching it, and we're gonna. It may be a little ghetto because we can't watch it the way my setup is. We're gonna have to watch it some way, some form, somehow. Where we ain't showing you the Royal Rumble, but you see me and Reasons. We'll figure something out, man. We may have to get 2 laptops set up.
I'm pulling up to the Brody crib, man.
Yeah.
I'm pulling up to the Brody crib, man. So get over there, man.
We're gonna do something. We're gonna have to set it up or something. We gotta get some portable mics, man. I gotta figure out how much they cost to get some portable mics to set up.
Can we go borrow from CMAC for the weekend?
Yeah, we may have to borrow CMAC, like some USB portable mics.
I think they got it.
Yeah, see if we get some of those, and then we could put one in yours, and then put one in mine, and then we'll live stream from my laptop, and then I'll do the collab cam and all that good stuff, and just bring you. So we'll be watching, but I'm gonna do a little dope Royal Rumble kind of visual for us. So it's gonna be a Royal Rumble template of it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be cool. We're gonna be chilling watching it, and they're gonna hear it in the background, but they ain't going to. Can't see it. You can't see it. We ain't getting in trouble for that. I'm not going to jail for y'all. I love y'all, but we not. But anyway, let's get into some of the recaps from the championship week, man. First, let's talk about Philly and how dominant they looked against the Washington Commanders. They was able to stifle the rookie that was looking like he was untouchable, and he got touched a lot of times, man. So what's your thoughts on Philly kind of just dominating Washington and getting to the second Super Bowl in the last 3 years?
Yeah. Very dominating performance. People had asked me who what was my predictions or my picks. And I was like, I'm a Jaden Daniels guy because he's a Kobe guy. So I'm always cheer for Jaden. But football wise,
Yeah.
I believe the Bills and the Eagles should have won. That's just
Mm.
football. But I knew that the Eagles and the Chiefs was going to walk out of that thing just because it's just how how things go.
Mm.
And so it surprised me how dominant they was.
That was
But then
dominant.
again, I looked at the regular season games, and they was dominant in those games. It
Yeah.
just so happens that the second game, Jalen Hurts didn't play
Yeah.
or didn't finish the game
He
or
didn't.
whatever the case is. And so that's why that game was very interesting. And JD was able to go down there and get the game winning touchdown at the end.
Yeah.
So it really didn't surprise me. They couldn't stop Saquon during the regular season, and then they was gonna be without Deron Payne during this game. So that's a big anchor in the middle that they
Yeah.
wasn't gonna have. And you see first play of the game, Saquon 60 yards to
Yeah.
the cribbo.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it was all she wrote after that. And then and Commanders made it interesting when
Yeah.
they scored
Yeah.
and got it to 14-12. But the funny thing was it was other people making mistakes. The vets,
Yeah.
Nichols with his fumble, Amani Brown with his fumble.
Yeah.
And so it was the
It was like
vets.
4. Hurts. Not Hurts. Zach. What's the tight end? He fumbled the ball.
Oh yeah, Ertz.
Ertz fumbled, and then
So it was just-
what's the other dude name from Chargers? The running back Heckler.
Eckler with a big
Heckler.
fumble.
He fumbled the
Yeah.
ball. So
Yeah, so it was like the vets was to me was making making a lot of different mistakes, and it's hard to overcome something like that, man. When especially you got Saquon rolling, and then Jalen was back there being a quarterback,
yeah,
making
he
great
played hella.
passes.
He played really
He just
good.
played a great game,
Yeah.
and all these question marks about Jalen is always interesting because I was watching First Take, and they was saying how Jalen is receiving unfair criticism. And I agree because I believe just because he's doing what he's supposed to do to win, people don't like it.
No.
And it's like, oh, so you would rather have the Joe Burrow stat line with the L's than the Jalen Hurts stat line with the wins.
Yeah.
And that's what it's coming down to. It's like if he needs to go out there and pass the ball, I believe he can. But their team is not built for him to have to go out there and beat you with his arm.
No. They're
And
run
y'all
first
can't
team.
be mad that he don't have to go out there and beat you with his arm. It's not going. I mean, it's not going to come down to him and Patrick Mahomes in this Super Bowl. It's going to come down to what team executes and all that kind of stuff. And as long as you're not making mistakes,
Yeah.
So that's how I feel. About the
For
Eagles.
me, I feel like the dominance maker was the front four of the Eagles. They was able to get pressure, meaning that they didn't even have to blitz as much, meaning that they was able to dominate up front, and they made the Rook, have rookie moments. He was balling. Don't get me wrong; it wasn't his fault per se why they lost this game. It was everybody else's fault besides him because he really didn't turn the ball over. He put the ball. He put the ball where it needs to be. The biggest difference maker for me that I think that the Eagles kind of got away with, but they was the culprit of forcing these turnovers, was the turnovers. I felt like that game could have got a little bit interesting if Washington didn't fumble the ball as much. Even if they had with the turnovers, they still had a potential chance to go and make it a game, and then boop, fumble again. It was like fumble after fumble after fumble, and then the kickoff. Like the Eagles just I think they even scored or kicked the field goal, and then you give them the ball right back with a kickoff return fumble. I'm like, God dang, y'all, what is wrong with y'all, bro? Hold on to the bread. Hold on to the bread. And it was unfortunate because I would have liked to see the Eagles under pressure because we've seen the Eagles under pressure. And under pressure Eagles, they have found ways to give up games. We was able to beat them, when they was under pressure. And remember, last second drives, right? Keeping the defense going. The Rams almost got them, but they ended up messing up by slowing down the tempo because when they put the pressure on the Eagles defense, they made them tough where they couldn't get, they was tired. And you seeing a theme when Jaden Daniels beat the Eagles. What happened? It was under pressure. It was last minute. It was keeping the defense on their toes and taking them out of that comfort zone to be able to do what they are capable of doing in their strong suit of getting pressure with their front four. It's hard to get pressure when you're tired. And the one thing I noticed with this game, they was comfortable. So they got to play their style of football the entire game. And I think it's going to be hard for them to win the Super Bowl. I know we're doing Super Bowl predictions later. But the one thing I got to see, can the Eagles win under pressure? Because if that game is close and it's Pat Mahomes with that ball in the final seconds.
Yeah, but Bake, I feel like they ain't even got nothing to do with pressure. That just got everything to do with if it's close and Pat Mahomes will get the ball. That's what that is at this point. Like,
but I'm saying even if it wasn't Pat, the games they lost was last minute drives. Every game they lost was a last minute drive. And like I said, the Rams could have did it, but they fluked it up by trying to slow the tempo down because they tried to get conservative. They was like, oh, we got a lot more time now. Let's slow it down. No. Put them under pressure. And it's not just now you're gonna add that and put Pat Mahomes on top of that, who is one of the kings of finding ways to get dubs when he got the ball in there. The only way you gonna beat Pat Mahomes is if you beat the crap out of Pat Mahomes or you don't let him touch the ball last. That's the two ways I've seen him lose in games that he's lost when it comes to the playoffs and when it comes to the Super Bowl. The one time he lost was when he got ball just dominated by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and then when he lost to Tom Brady because he didn't get the ball back. And so the other games, when he's able to do what he do, he finds ways to win.
Joe Burrow too.
Oh, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow beat him. Yes, Joe Burrow beat him. He did beat him. But that was more so he was hurt that year. He had an ankle injury. I ain't trying to say take nothing away from Joe Burrow, but Pat wasn't Pat. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't the real Mahomes. Coming off that ankle injury, lingered. He wasn't healthy, and it still was a game. And Joe Burrow played lights out, and the defense was atrocious. He couldn't stop nobody. But shout out to the Eagles, man. One thing I want to say is they need to put some respect on this Eagles team because they thinking these boys are sweet. And the last thing you want to do, you forgot the Eagles was a fumble away from beating the Chiefs. Let's keep it a spade. Let's call it a spade a spade. They was a fumble away with beating the Chiefs without Saquon Barkley. Now they got a dog in the backfield. I mean, one of the greatest rushing seasons ever. He would have got the record, but he chose the Super Bowl healthy to get to where he is. So it's all panning out now. I know for me, I was a little disappointed. I ain't going to hold you because I was like, bro, you like never get. But he said, you know what? I don't care about them individual accolades. I want to win a Super Bowl. And now he's healthy enough to win the Super Bowl. He's going to be playing in the Super Bowl. And I think that Saquon is going to be the deciding factor. I know the Eagles the Chiefs are going to try to front load and make Jalen Hurts beat them. But I think Saquon, they're going to find a way to make sure Saquon gets open and be a pivotal factor in that game. But I like what the Eagles did, man. But shout out to the Eagles, man. We want to get the Eagles some shout out, some love.
Yeah. Shout out to
the Birds. You know what I'm saying? They out there. Trying to get one for the Birds. Now let's talk about the man, the myth, the legend, the one they're comparing to Michael Jordan, the one they said is more like MJ, Pat Mahomes, and Josh Allen. Yet again, Josh Allen falls short of greatness. He had the opportunity. The defense gave him a shot. Usually he didn't have a shot, but the defense this time said, we gonna do this for you, Jay. Bring it home. And he didn't bring it home, man. What's your thoughts on the Bills falling short?
It's
yet
so
again?
Unfortunate to watch Josh Allen dominate Patrick Mahomes in the regular season, but can't get a win in the postseason. You know, Patrick Mahomes is 4-0 against Josh Allen. That is the most wins by any quarterback in the Super Bowl era against one person. Interesting.
Yeah.
And they just can't get it done. And in this game, no turnovers, no real like critical mistakes, nothing just like where you be like, dang, they lost it right there.
Yeah.
Had an opportunity with 3:33.
A lot of time.
Got the ball, I think, about the 25-yard line from, the 30 from after the touchback.
Yep.
And just faltered. You feel me? Not making enough plays when it's time to make enough plays. I mean, I look back at the drive beforehand, or two drives before, when they went for it on 4th and 1. And I'm just telling myself, I'm like, how many times you think Chris Jones is going to keep allowing y'all to just bully him for a yard?
Mm-hmm.
So why not try to do something to get to the perimeter?
Yeah.
Why not, like the little option play you run on the goal line? Why
Yeah.
not try to come back to some of that and just try to get a perimeter, or do something to where Josh Allen is building momentum running forward? Like, I understand you like, well, he's 6'5", 2 something, and we can just, but Chris Jones that's a grown man over there. That's an all pro over there. That's a Hall of Fame D tackle over there. He ain't just about to keep letting y'all bully him for a yard. And the call could be a little questionable, because as a ref, I saw both refs running in, and one was on this side and one was on the other side. And I was a little like what's going on? But the ref closest, quote unquote, closest to the ball was able to make the call,
Yeah.
or whatever the case is. So it's just one of those situations where I just felt like Buffalo did everything right, but just not enough. And beating the Chiefs, you can't just not have enough.
Yeah.
It's got to be you got to go put those boys out their misery.
Yeah.
And that's what they didn't do. And
here's my thing.
In another Super Bowl, and Buffalo is at home again.
The reason why I feel like Buffalo lost was because they got conservative. The difference between Buffalo in the regular season and Buffalo in the playoffs, in this game in particular, and even in last week's game, they got away with it. Very conservative play calling. They wasn't trying to go put them boys away. You stopped arguably one of the greatest quarterbacks to play this game, besides, Tom Brady, but they're saying he could be better than Tom, just by number-wise and age-wise. He got so much years to go, and he's already potentially about to win his 4th ring, and he's been in the AFC Championship there since his whole career. You know what I'm saying? And so, obviously, one of them ones, and you stop them multiple times, and you allow them to stay within the game because you get into conservative play calling. It didn't feel like Buffalo wanted to win. It was like they wanted to survive. And that was the play calling. Like, even with the play calling choices that they made, it was like safe play calling. I'm used to Buffalo going balls to the walls, pause, but just being more aggressive. Like, man, we going out on our shield. We going out the Buffalo way. We going to go out there and do what we need to do. And don't get me wrong, they was very fortunate because the Chiefs forced a lot of potential turnovers. They just was able to, land and recover. But the one thing that I didn't like with Buffalo, and I said, y'all not playing to win. Y'all playing hoping they lose. And that is the difference maker between a winner and a loser. Pat Mahomes only know one mode. Win by all means. Whatever I got to do in clutch situations, he finds the ways to do it. He just got it in his DNA. The only time you can stop this man is when you got that man running for his life. I don't care how goat he is. When you got him running for his life, he is just like every quarterback. Basic, average, and it showed against Tom Brady where he couldn't put up no points but 3. They scored 3 points. Pat Mahomes, 3 points in the Super Bowl. And the one thing I want to just say, I want to give credit to Steve Mack, probably one of the defensive gurus, to call one. Huh?
As I'm just saying, Spagnola.
Yeah. It is to have the ability to draw up the one perfect play. And that was the difference maker between the Chiefs and the Bills. When the Bills needed it, they didn't get it. You can't forget about the two-point conversions they forgot. They didn't get both of them. And then when the defense needed a play on a big 4th and 5, they showed up and they got it done. And now Pat Mahomes is going to try to play for history. No team ever in the NFL has ever first got back to the Super Bowl after 2 years. And no. Why they say never? Because the Bills, I mean not the Bills, Um,
So the Patriots had went to three straight,
yeah,
but they had lost the first one, and then they had won back to back.
but that
And
don't make no
then
sense. But they still win back to back though. I don't get it. But they're trying to do something that's never been done, fam. They're
yeah,
trying to win
they're trying to
three
win three in a
straight.
row. And the
Nobody's ever three-peated.
only other team that you would consider a three-peat would be the Green Bay Packers, because the Packers had won, but the Super Bowl wasn't invented yet,
Yeah,
and then the Packers end up winning back to back. So in theory,
they
they're
three-peated,
they three-peated in
but not
theory.
on paper.
But not in the Super Bowl, quote unquote, what
Yeah,
we deem right now as the Super Bowl era.
yeah. And again, I don't feel bad for Josh because I
No,
feel like the coaching for the Bills hurt Josh in that playoff game. They didn't let him loose. It was like they supposed to be trusting in Josh. The play calling didn't trust in Josh. And I think the difference between the coaching from the Bills is that they still was reserved to not allow Josh to really. I know they wanted to run the ball and they was doing their thing with the run game. Don't get me wrong, but sometimes you got to be able to mix that thing up. And they just got too conservative for me. They was running in like damn near 4 downs. I'm like, bro, this ain't. I mean, this can't be the Bills' way. Like, you telling me they can't get open? You telling me they ain't got nothing to get no plays down the field? And then when you do go down the field, what happened? Big plays, big chunk plays, because the Chief wasn't expecting you to go big plays. So in that regards, on a 4th and 1, man, I'm going for the juggler. You think I'm about to go for the? I'm hitting you where it hurt. We trying to get y'all boys out of here. And they didn't have that mentality. And that not having that mentality is the
that's
reason
why
why.
you're home.
Yeah.
Why you're home.
We're gonna talk about the Eagles and the Chiefs next week when we do Super Bowl predictions. I already know who I think is gonna win it, but we'll save that for next week. Coaching. Some major coaching changes.
Yeah.
I know we hired a new defensive coordinator. Hopefully he can do something. He's from the Jets. I don't know, because Jets defense didn't do nothing this year. They wasn't Jeffing. They wasn't Jeffing at all. So I don't know what he about to do for us, because the way the Jets defense looked last year was not impressive. But we got Jets got a new coach. Jets do got a new coach. They
Aaron Glenn. Shout out to Aaron Glenn. And,
yes, from the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
Defensive coordinator.
The Jets drafted him
Yes.
back in '94. He was a Jet staple, a guy that was there through their little run,
Yeah.
or whatever the case is. So that's good for them, and somebody that got New York ties that probably can buy into that. And Aaron Glenn just seems like a kind of coach that you just gonna want to play for.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping Aaron Glenn can be a Jet for a while and be that mainstay coach for them for years to come.
Yeah.
And then you got Ben Johnson going to the Bears, which a lot of people speculated that was going to be it.
Man, the Lions is going to be different next year, by the way. They lost their offense and their defensive coordinator.
Yeah. So it's going to be a little interesting. But when I look at Ben Johnson, it's going to be interesting, because when I look at Aaron Glenn, I see a leader of men. And as a head coach,
Yeah.
it's less about your coordination and all that. It's about, can you lead men?
Yeah.
When I look at Ben Johnson, I don't see a leader of men yet. Not saying he can't do it, and not saying he may not be one hell of a head coach.
Yeah.
But right now, all I see is a guy that's good on offense.
You ain't got enough data yet.
Yeah, ain't enough Carfax for my man yet.
Yeah.
You feel me? So the jury's going to be out on him and all that. But like I said, when I look at Aaron Glenn, I look at somebody like, oh, the Jets going to have an identity. The Jets going to have a personality.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? I don't know what I'm getting from Ben Johnson just yet.
Yeah.
The other hire was, and it was a weird one, was, I don't know if you heard about the story, the Jacksonville Jaguars hired.
Who they hire? I ain't right.
So they hired Liam Cohen, who was an offensive coordinator in Tampa Bay. But it wasn't just like a cut and dry situation. So the Jaguars had interest in Liam Cohen.
Mm-hmm.
Liam Cohen was like, nah, I'm good. Mm-hmm. So then the Jags fired the GM and then went back to Liam Cohen like, what's up? Meanwhile, the Bucks offered Liam Cohen to be the highest paid offensive coordinator in the league.
Mm-hmm.
When they was trying to get him on the phone to come sign the contract, he ghosted him.
The Bucks. Oh, he goes to the Bucks.
He ghosted the Bucks. So they already had
Ooh.
talked about a new contract. He
Yeah.
like, okay. But the Jags had fired their GM, then they reached back out to Liam Cohen like what's happening. So
Yeah.
Liam Cohen is why as he's ghosting the Bucks, he talking to the Jags,
He was had his
and,
side work.
and then he went and signed with the Jags and became their head coach.
I'm not mad at it. I mean, I get
No,
it. You could have told him, but I think if he was playing his cards,
as you
as,
should.
and he was like, they,
And there's no rules against
yeah,
a coordinator taking a head coaching job.
yeah,
He couldn't ghost them. Like, say they had offered him a deal as an offensive coordinator and he agreed to it,
yeah,
and then he left to go take an offensive coordinator.
yeah. He
Try to
left
leave
for a
the
bigger opportunity,
yes,
man.
I'm saying so. There's no penalty for that.
Yeah.
So
So,
they got to kind of deal with it.
what about y'all coach? You got Pete Carroll. Is he gonna be the Raiders' savior?
I like Pete. What the Raiders got is an adult, somebody that's gonna bring a culture.
What you trying to
Or
say
that's gonna,
about my man? What you trying to say about your ex coach? Was it Pierce? What's his name?
yeah.
How you say he
Hey,
wasn't the man? What?
nah. What I'm saying is
Adrian Pierce? Is it
Antonio Pierce.
Antonio Pierce?
What you want the truth? Because I ain't had a chance to even talk about this. You want the truth? Hey, this ain't even a rant. This is the truth. AP coached like a hoe this season. Hey, coach, call it what it is. I watched every game. Didn't miss a snap.
Man.
Watched every game. And when I'm watching these games, I'm looking at a team that did play hard. I'm looking at a team that showed up for 17 weeks.
Mm.
But I'm also looking at a not well coached, not well prepared, sometimes unorganized. There was no nothing in this team. You feel me? And I knew we were doomed. I knew we were doomed. Week 3, when me and you had the conversation, and they beat the Ravens,
Yeah.
and the Panthers was coming up, and they was like, Andy Dalton go start. And what did I tell you, babe? Tell you gonna fuck around and bust our ass. And what did he do? He did exactly that. I said it, babe.
You said Andy Dalton blew us out last time. He about to come out here. Don't be surprised if he come out there and dog us. I said, nah, not Andy. He dogged us out of y'all. He gave y'all the work.
Babe. And it was downhill from there. Because to me, when you were trying to be a real culture turner or setter, or culture setter, you're really trying to you can't beat the Ravens and then go turn around for your home opener and lose to the Panthers, bro.
Yeah.
That's impossible.
I mean, we lost to the Panthers when we needed to win, so I mean, anything's possible.
No, I get that, but what I'm saying is like, if the Raiders want to turn that corner and really embody and do something special going forward, you can't come off a win like that and then have a loss right after that, because then that's when the whole Devontae Adams saga started.
Yeah,
and that saga started was because Devontae Adams wanted Aiden O'Connell as a starter. Yeah. Antonio Pierce went with Gardner Minshew.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Gardner Minshew keep losing his games and not doing enough. You feel me? So I just felt like he didn't coach with nothing. Like, when the offense was struggling as the head coach, don't you know what the offensive game plan is? Can't you go over there and say something, make some kind of adjustments, or tell them to make adjustments when the defense is struggling and things is going on? It's your job as a head coach to, like, hey, dial up a pressure, do something. I'm assuming like that's how that's supposed to go. You ain't got to step on nobody's toes and take away stuff, but you're supposed to step in and say something instead of being over there looking frustrated. Like, because I mean, what are you doing? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. When getting Pete Carroll, I feel like I'm not gonna have that. I feel like I'm not gonna be watching games, hopefully, where I feel like my team is being outcoached. Like let's just lose. You feel me? Because teams are just better. Don't let's lose because we not even being exotic on offense and being exotic on defense. And the thing I told my pops, I said, personally, I can care less about the goddamn head coach. Yeah. And who we bring in. I care more about the coordinators. Okay. Because the coordinators to me is what's been our problem. We ain't had nobody defensively to me that is exotic that creates different kind of things. And you watching, you like, damn, where the blitz coming from? Is it man? Is it zone? Is it? We ain't got a lot. We ain't had none of that.
Right.
And offensively, Bake, when they line up, I know what they running. Oh, yep, here this comes, this little run play right here. Oh, here come these passing concepts, little smash concept. That's not good, Bake. When I know what you're running, when I'm watching it from my couch, it's not healthy.
That's because you a savvy. You into that thing, man. You a connoisseur when it comes to the coaching.
But Bake, and I'm not, and again, this is me looking at it like, well, if I know what you're going to do,
they know,
and I'm not getting paid to know what you're going to do.
Yeah, they know what you're
going to do. You feel me? Like, yeah, like I want to be able to look at something and be like, that was nice.
Yeah.
I wasn't even expecting that out of this formation. Like, right. I thought you was going to do this.
Yeah.
But it was totally different than what I expected.
Man, it's rare to get fake though out of, because most of it
faked out. I'm talking about
just creative.
Creative in a moment that you need to be creative. For example, we look at the Chiefs. We just talk about the Chiefs.
Yeah.
3rd and 2. They do the little fake half rollout to where Patrick Mahomes has a run and a pass option. That's a very simple play. But they have run that play in different variations. When they had Tyreek Hill, they would run that play.
Yeah.
And he'd just do it out the slot and make, like just stuff like that. Steve Spagnuolo, 4th and 5. They on the short side of the field. Would you expect a corner blitz in that situation?
Nah.
Hell no, because the Bills wouldn't expect a corner blitz in that situation. And the corner didn't give it away. The corner's sitting there. You feel me? So those are the things that I'm looking forward to if you want to be the man. And we got a coach that rivals with all the other coaches in our division. We got a Pete Carroll to go against the Jim Harbaugh or John Harbaugh. Yeah, Jim.
Jim.
You feel me? To go against the Sean Payton. To go against the Andy Reid. You feel me? So we now got our Super Bowl winning coach. Yeah. The Chargers got a good coach. He ain't won no Super Bowl, but
he got him to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but we got us a Super Bowl winning coach. Yeah. And so
it's gonna be interesting, man.
Shout
out to all the coaches, man. Shout out to all the coaches that got a new gig, got a new home, man. It's gonna definitely be interesting to see. On to the saga. Jimmy Butler. It ain't getting no prettier. How you feel about the whole saga? Is he going to get traded, or do you think he's going to?
Oh, he's definitely going to get traded. He just got suspended indefinitely. Again, yesterday or something like that. And suspended indefinitely. He walked out of shoot around when he found out that he's not about to be starting. So he walked out of shoot around. So they suspended him indefinitely.
Damn. This is like high school stuff, low key.
I just feel like, because I saw Shaq and Kenny and Chuck talking about this, and I just think Shaq was way off base, personally, when he was like, pay me my money. And it's like, pay you your money. You scheduled to make $48.5 million this year.
Yeah.
And heading into next year, you got a $50 million, $50.2 million player option heading into next year.
Mm-hmm.
And because they won't extend you and give you a 2-year deal where that'll push you at the $55-60 million range, you mad? It ain't like you ain't about to be paid. It ain't like you on this $48 million deal and this is it. Ain't no money coming in next year.
Yeah.
You on a $48 million deal with $50 million at your disposal coming in the next year. And you want to sit there and play half the games? When has Jimmy Butler played, let's say, 68 games? 65 games. Playoff Jimmy, cool. But if I'm paying you $65 million, I'm going to need more than playoff Jimmy. I'm going to need regular season Jimmy. I'm going to need NBA tournament Jimmy. I'm going to need all-star Jimmy.
Yeah.
I'm going to need all that. And because I'm not getting all that, I can understand why Pat Riley didn't extend him. And for him to keep acting like this, like a petulant child, is crazy to me. He acted like this in Chicago and got traded to Minnesota. Got to Minnesota, got in his feelings, and got traded to Philly. Felt disrespected when Philly chose Tobias Harris over him, but now when you look at it, it's like, yeah, Tobias is gone, but who probably would have been a headache because they was unhappy. You get to Miami, Miami roll out the red carpet.
He
You
did
feel me?
good for them for about 5 years. It was
Yeah, but
five
as I'm
years.
saying, but you getting older, bro.
Yeah.
You ain't LeBron. You ain't KD. You feel me? You ain't them to where you ain't Steph to where they feel like, yeah, I mean, we just gonna pay them for their legacy.
Yeah.
You ain't did enough to have legacy pay, bro.
Yeah.
Got to call it what it is.
I
And
mean,
so,
I get you. I understand. I think he's going about it the wrong way with the walking
definitely,
out. Like, because it's like, I'm going to just put it in the context of me working at my job. Yeah, I may not like what's going on at my job. I love what's going on at my job. I mean, I like my job. I love my job. I'm just giving you a hypothetical. I don't want nobody to see you don't like what's going on at your job. But let's just say hypothetically, I
you like
don't
the
like
job.
what's going on at my job. And I'll give you a real example. At Fresno State, I love my job. I just didn't like they wasn't paying me. It's a money situation. It was like, bro, I'm not growing. I'm not investing. But I never not showed up for work. Even though I didn't like the situation, even though I wasn't happy financially at that situation, I still stayed. I still stuck it through it until I got a new situation. I left respectfully the way in my opinion, you should leave. Like, if this ain't what you want, you got a player option at the end of this year, just leave. Just leave. Leave and be out instead of throwing a tantrum. Because then if you leave and be out, you can say, I just feel like it wasn't the best fit. It don't have to be money related, and people will respect that. So then whoever you go to next, they can be like, well, we like you, Jimmy. We want to pay you, or we appreciate what you do and what you can do for us. Whatever the case may be, there's a possibility you're going to get paid, but there's not a possibility you may not get paid because of your age. And my gripe is, I don't know what's the all this unnecessary things for. Like, what's really going on? Like, if you really don't want to be there, just say, I don't want to be here because I just don't want to be here. It's not a money thing. I just don't want to be here, so I want to leave. All right, cool. I get it. But just finish what you started. Finish the season and you dip.
and listen, back to your point, you about to be a free agent at the end of the season if you choose to be a free agent. So, and to me, this is where that comes in at is you looking at the market like, ain't nobody gonna give me that kind of money when I become a free agent.
Yeah.
So let me try to strong arm these dudes into paying me more so I can get the money. Because to me, if you really like that and they not trying to pay you, like bet. I'm gonna
Right.
show up, I'm gonna do work, I'm making 48 million. That's cool.
Right.
I got a player option, so I can just leave and y'all get nothing for me.
Right.
And when I hit the market, somebody gonna pay me the 120 some odd million I want, and I'm good.
Yeah.
But to me, when you acting like this and you want to be
You're
traded,
not going to get paid. A lot of people ain't going to want this. They're going to look at you as a
exactly,
headache.
exactly, and you're not gonna command that on an open market.
They're going to blackball you out the league. That's what he's doing. He's doing to get
Yeah,
himself blackballed out the league. And I don't know. Maybe, I hope it's not nothing deeper than, just a money thing. I hope it's not like an emotional thing where he may be dealing with some stuff and he acting out. Because this is some
no,
stuff you see.
it's all reports say it's all about he wanted a contract extension this summer and they didn't give it to him.
Oh, so his feelings is hurt.
Yeah, and that's what it's about.
He
And
needs
it's
some
like,
social, emotional counseling.
yeah, and to me, it's like you basically have a 2-year deal.
Yeah.
If you are that angry, he talked about they took my joy from playing basketball.
Man,
I
and
just
money
want my
shouldn't.
joy
Look.
back.
If you playing for the bread, it ain't joy no more. I'm gonna tell you that right now.
Come
Any
on now,
hooper,
babe.
any hooper that play that really got joy for this game, it ain't about the money because they can play basketball on a regular. Like, I even give you a real example from my boy QP. You know what I'm saying? He loved basketball. Any moment he get his opportunity to lace him up, it gives him that excitement and that joy. If a team said, "Hey, I want you to play. We want to put you in our 6-man lineup," I guarantee you, even though USC is doing really, really good this year, I mean, they doing solid. I wouldn't say really, really good, but they doing solid.
UCLA just beat them boys yesterday.
Oh,
Crazy.
yeah. But they doing okay this year, or whatever, with the death or the mood. But I guarantee you, if the league would be like, "Hey man, we think you still got some years in you. We want to pay you," woo, it'd give him that joy that he missed. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, if money is your joy, then it may be time to reevaluate hoops now.
Are you
Like,
still playing?
yeah, why are you still playing the game if it's just money now? Like at the end of the day, it should be about the joy and the love of playing something that you enjoy to play and making money for doing something you don't look at as a job. You know what I'm saying? And it's just sad to see. And I wonder who's going to pick them up. I know the Warriors in the mix. There's some
You
other
got the
teams.
Suns in the
The Suns in the
mix.
mix because the
Uh,
Bradley Bill's not working out for him because he stay hurt. He's
yeah.
injured a lot. So it's going to be interesting to see. I, it, it,
This trade deadline, bro. Not to cut you off.
when is it? It's February.
So like we like a week away or something like that.
Okay.
I think we gonna see
Some
we're gonna
movement.
see we're gonna see some real big names moving. Zach Levine, Bradley Beal, Jimmy Butler, and maybe some other stuff shaking and moving. We're gonna see some real
Yeah.
movement.
This is
And
probably
then
the end of the big three of anything, though. I think there's no more big threes.
yeah, because you can't afford it.
Yeah.
And the only way you're gonna have big threes now is like organic big threes.
Yeah. You're going to have to
Where
organic
you
that thing.
yeah, like right now, like I believe OKC when Chet comes back, I have a big three with Chet and Jay Will
Yeah.
and Shea.
Yeah.
Again, it's not like a superstar big three,
But they're a big three.
but they're a big three.
Yeah.
You feel me? Um, when you look, I mean, Boston probably got like a big five to a certain extent
Yeah.
because all five of those dudes is pretty good. But you really getting away from the big three. We kind of going back to the
Traditional
two
basketball.
yeah, the 2 man type situation, and that's because of the salary cap threshold thing,
Yeah.
and people now want to dip into the luxury tax and
Yeah.
being that extra threshold when you paying an extra 300 million for some
Yeah.
stuff.
It's going to
I
be
don't care.
interesting, man. You know, one thing
Billionaires don't like
I do
spending.
want to ask real quickly before we get into the transition of the WWE and Royal Rumble predictions. The NBA game is changing where I think technology has a lot to do with the game and the style of game we watch. It's so many 3-point shooting now. Like the art of basketball is only it's data driven now. I know they used data back in the day, but it was still basketball. It was running sets. It was inside out basketball. It was pick and rolls. It was all that good stuff where you was versatile, and when you watched the game, it was different. Um,
Everybody had a style.
yeah,
Like everybody had.
their own unique style though. The
There we go. Yes,
teams
I'm saying. There we
had
go.
their very own unique style, and right now it's like a case of NBA 2K where you see the same builds, you see the same style of play from every team. Everybody wants to play the same. And in my opinion, I think that the Golden State Warriors changed the trajectory of the game because once they start doing what they was doing, people start gravitating to that style of play, just threes.
But here's the thing. But it was done already. The Suns, to me, was the first rendition.
But they
Really,
wasn't
Dallas and the
successful
Suns.
though.
Yeah, but then so Suns was the first kind of Dallas and the Suns kind of first rendition of it,
Right.
and then you had the We Believe Warriors that kind of gave us a small rendition of
Yeah.
it. You feel me? And the Warriors, and then like what people don't like to give credit to and pay attention to is the Spurs play the same style. It's just they had Tim Duncan to where it was like they could go get an easy bucket.
Right.
But when you look at that championship the year after they lost to Miami, the Spurs was very high volume
Threes.
3-point shooting
Oh, they
team
was
for a
cooking.
while.
It was
You
and
feel
they
me?
had 3-point shooters that can do it.
Exactly.
But
And so
it was still Tim
I'm just
Duncan when
saying
they need,
it was all these small renditions,
Right.
and then the Warriors said,
We
"All right,
just going this way.
yeah, we're gonna show you how this really supposed
we
to look."
going we gonna go this way. We gonna
Yeah,
get them off and get them up.
yeah, and then they was able to play the small ball five, and then when they added KD, that's when it
It just the floodgates was open, man. And
yeah, and so but everybody not Steph,
I know,
everybody ain't Clay,
but everybody's trying to
everybody
play
ain't
like
KD.
it's just
You
even the
feel me?
shots they take, the way they play. It's like highlight basketball. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I was watching the Laker game today. Just watching the Laker game today. And the funny thing is I just did it when I was hooping on Sunday. But it's
Yeah.
like I ain't playing for nothing. I can just do this. But you in the league where things matter.
Yeah.
I watch the Lakers. I watch Max Christie get a steal.
Yeah.
It's a 3-on-2 fast break,
Yeah.
and he pulls from three.
Yeah, that's come out the game.
It's like,
But
what?
that's the mindset.
And did nothing happen. Back like they went back down court and we played defense.
I'm telling you, the game is. I don't know. It's in a weird state, dog. It's in a weird state, and I don't know what's going to be able to get because when you look at the game, a lot of kids don't watch the game.
Yeah,
they don't even watch the game.
No, and the thing is all y'all doing is shooting three. You know what? This is a part of my rant. Never mind. I'm gonna say this.
You gotta get to the rant.
Yeah,
we'll save to the rant, but we're gonna save that for another day because I feel like we may be on a precipice or the rising of or the fall of the NBA once we know. I don't know what it's gonna look like in the next 3 to 4 years.
I mean, they got an 11-year, $700 billion contract.
I know, so but it
going nowhere.
It could if money ain't being made. Money, something gonna change. Trust, believe. If money ain't being made, something gonna change. So it's gonna be interesting right now because they're gonna probably have to lower tickets to the games to make it more accessible. They're gonna have to do something because it's I don't know. Like games on this network, this broadcast, this network. Like even for the NFL, the playoffs is where it goes up. The regular season, it gets crazy because it's like, bro, you can watch football everywhere. Like, bro, people ain't got time for that, bro. And we trying to use this app model for everything, and it doesn't work for everything. For certain sports,
because they want everybody to have. They feel like people are on the go more, so giving people the options to have accessibility to it.
Well, just get cable.
I get it.
You put it on app. You got an app for cable.
Like for me, I got the NFL app, right?
Yeah.
Pay $100 a year for it.
Yeah.
And I don't have to worry about Amazon Prime or Netflix or anything because on my phone on NFL app, the local game is going to show regardless.
Yeah.
You feel me? So I don't have to even have no extra streaming service outside of this NFL app, and I'm gonna be able to watch the games that are on TV now. Yeah. During the regular season, and NFL app, I also get the red zone.
Yeah.
So if I'm on the road or whatever the case is, I got accessibility to it at all times.
It's gonna be interesting, man. But moving on to WWE, man.
Yeah.
First and foremost, let's give some ones up to the tribal chief for getting and the bloodline for getting the freaking cover athlete.
Yeah.
Cover athlete Roman Reigns and the bloodline have their bloodline cover art, and then Roman Reigns has the tribal chief cover art with him on the cover by himself for WWE 2K25.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
And it's going to be pretty good.
Okay, with my GM, we're going to be out here battling in my GM.
But here's the thing, though. One thing I don't know is if WWE 2K25 is crossplay. They didn't announce crossplay.
Yeah, they didn't talk about. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be crossplay.
I don't know if it's gonna be crossplay. And
it's tough. Like, why
that is stupid. If you got a mode where it's online and you can't crossplay in 2025, bro. I don't. I want to find out. I want to know because that's gonna be stuff. That's gonna hinder everything you trying to do with this online playability. It's gonna be stupid. Like, why not add it?
Add crossplay.
Yeah, but anyway. Let's talk about the Royal Rumble, man. Royal Rumble this week.
Yeah.
Predictions. Who you got winning the 2025?
Well, we got a couple of singles matches that we probably got to tap into first. We got the
Cody Rhodes
ladder match.
Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, the Cody Rhodes.
Randy Orton.
Kevin Owens. Randy Orton.
I mean Kevin Owens. My bad. I said because I don't think Randy Orton's going to interfere, but I wouldn't be surprised. It's a no DQ match. It's a ladder match. Something is potentially could happen. But I know Cody Rhodes is not going to lose. That is for a fact. I know Cody. See, the one thing about Cody matches right now is that he's got that Roman effect. And you not supposed to have that Roman effect when you the good guy. It only works when you the bad guy because it makes people mad. When you the good guy and you just like you ain't got no fear on losing, it's like we ain't really tripping over that. It don't give that match the excitement. But it's like with Roman, you want him to lose. So you are watching to see how he gonna lose. And every time he get closer and closer and closer, but he never loses. And it just makes you more mad and more upset. But for Cody, that doesn't work for the good guys. You need to have him have some real threat to potentially losing a championship. That's why I don't like the whole long time. Like the one thing about back in the day wrestling is that you could lose at any moment. Like you can lose at the next pay-per-view. Nothing was promised. So it kept you on your toes on who's going to be the guy. Oh, this is the guy. Oh, that's the guy. Or these are the guys. But it's the championship is intermingling between particular wrestlers. But in today's right now, it's like they got it for a very, very long time. And that model is getting old. And you need to start changing that thing up because you're killing off your champions. Like if Cody lost it and got it back, or Kevin Owens maybe stole one and then he got it back, like that give you, because it gives these other players some pull. But going into this match, I don't see Cody losing, but I do see somebody interfering, either Randy Orton or Sami Zayn, maybe costing Kevin Owens the championship.
Yeah, I think we're in that weird time where wrestling is great, but like you said, they got to do something about the championship run because that's the reason why everybody got so many multiple championships. You got John Cena with 14 times. You got Triple H that was like 7 times. You got Randy Orton that was, had his runs. You got the Undertaker that had his runs. They had different runs, like you said, and it made it compelling.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like right now, it's about somebody get it, somebody holding on to the belt.
Yeah.
Because we was watching Saturday Night Live. We knew damn well Gunther wasn't losing.
Man,
damn
I was so
well
mad.
He wasn't losing.
I was so
you
mad.
Feel me? You feel me? And Jey Uso's had 6 different title shots and has lost all 6.
All 6.
Y'all treating this man like he the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah, that's disrespect. Too soon. Too soon. But I get it though. I definitely understand.
4 straight Super Bowls and not winning.
Like I would have been cool if Jay won for a little bit and he got beat at Royal Rumble.
Kofi, like Big E.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like,
it's cool. Like they lost, they won. It would have made the crowd go crazy, and then Gunther could have got it back before Royal Rumble. I'm cool with that. Just so Jay can experience that moment and have that moment. But I get it. You want to get on a run, and sometimes the runs, I think the longest run needs to be about 2 months tops. About 2 months, it's time to make some shifts.
Or at one of the 4
big pay-per-view. Yeah.
So Mania,
SummerSlam, Royal Rumble,
and Survivor Series.
Yeah.
At your 4 pillar shows, we should be having some major changes happen.
Yeah, somebody got to lose. So then they can hold it into the next Royal Rumble, right? They win some, and then in the Royal, they can lose it.
They can hold it for at least two pay-per-views per type thing.
Yeah.
So they don't have to necessarily drop it at like a Unforgiven or a.
But like a Royal, but that's what the back in the day wrestling got. You can see a title shot at an Unforgiven, or they may win it. You didn't know. You didn't know. And for this match, which is a good match, I like it. I feel like Kevin Owens have became somewhat of a threat for Cody because in the beginning it didn't feel real, but now it's getting more real and it's looking like a very, very good developing storyline where it's like, man, I want to see, could Kevin do it? Now you got Sami Zayn in the mix. Like, if you help me, I'll help you. You get what I'm saying? Which I think that's going to be the reason why Kevin Owens don't win is because Sami's going to end up impacting this match some way, shape, or form. But it could go other way because Sami kicked Seth and he kicked Cody.
Yeah. And I feel like this is setting up that heel turn for Sami.
Yeah.
Like it's setting up that heel turn. And I think what's going to happen possibly is that moment of Sammy comes out, he does interfere, and then somebody else comes out to help Cody. I don't know who per se, but it's gonna be like a Sammy turn, and it's gonna get a little interesting.
I think that Sammy comes out to potentially help Kevin, and it looks like it. And then Kevin holds him up. Sammy goes for the kick and
he
kicks.
ducks, and now
Something
you
like
set up
that.
this whole
Where
Kevin and Sammy
they're gonna
feud.
have a feud for a little bit for sure.
Yeah,
It's gonna happen. But I think that's how they may end up flipping it, where it's like, did he meant to kick Cody? Was you really gonna kick me?
yeah,
And you're like, nah, that's why you think I waited. I
yeah,
told I gave you the signal
yeah,
so
yeah.
but I got Cody winning that for sure.
And then we got the tag team title 3 out of falls between DIY, and
First and foremost, shout out to them for being on a big main event, because usually they're never on a main event.
yeah.
But to headline, or not headline, but to start off the show,
One of three's falls match with the Motor City Machine Gun.
yes, I got Motor.
That's gonna be a banger.
That's gonna be a
That's
banger. I think they're
good.
gonna be good. I think Motor City. I think it's gonna be like a 25-minute match. First fall gonna happen real quick. They're not about to give them that much time.
Yeah.
I think
'Cause
if
I'm
they're gonna
looking
start
at
at
it-
4:30,
I'm looking at a 3.5 hour show, right?
so they're gonna get that
I'm
30-minute segment in the beginning. First 30.
I give them 30. I think Cody and I give Cody and KO probably a 40-minute match. So that'll knock out about 70 minutes. And then the other times,
That's a long time. I don't think they're getting a 40-minute. I think they're gonna get a 30-minute match.
30 minute
And then
match.
because they're gonna save a lot of stuff for the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble is long as hell.
Yeah.
That's
I
about
just
at
think
least
so.
an hour. You got 30 competitors. Is it 2 minutes around?
About 2.5.
So 2 minutes and 30 seconds, 30 wrestlers. That's
already an
already,
hour.
yeah. So and they
An
got
hour-
2 of
that's an
those.
hour by itself.
So I'm
Yeah,
telling you, I
those
think
are saying, those are 2 hour. Both of those is 2 hour to 2 hour to those is an hour to an hour and 15-minute blocks.
Yeah.
Between both of those. So that right there is 2 hour. That's 2.5 hours between just those two things.
Yeah.
So that'll leave you an hour for the other two matches.
Yeah. So I think it's gonna be
Gotta-
oh my bad.
AC.
I think it's gonna have the tag team match. Then we're gonna have a Royal Rumble.
I'll say the women's probably.
Yeah, depending on how the men's go, I think the women's gonna go first.
Yeah. The
and
men's
then
got more storylines.
yeah,
this
they
year.
got a lot more storylines than the women. So the women's gonna go to get them out the way. Then it's gonna be Cody. Cody and them probably gonna wrestle for about 30 minutes, 35 minutes, maybe 40, depending on the match. But I won't give him no more than 30 minutes. And then you're gonna have the men's Royal Rumble, and then that's the card.
Yeah, because it's only 4 things on the card.
Yeah, this. I like this Royal Rumble, but for the tag team, I think the Motor City's gonna do it.
I think they get the titles back.
I think they get it back.
I believe they get the titles.
You see
back.
what I'm saying though? You see, like it's a toss up, but you got them winning, then they lose. Now they got a chance to get them back.
I wouldn't expect them to lose it.
You get what I'm saying?
As fast as they lost it.
They lost
It's
that
not
thing,
expected.
and that's the beauty of it. The uncertainty of, is this gonna happen? Could
The
this happen?
unpredictability.
The unpredictability of, and I think the WWE, if you don't have to be predictable on how you do it, but you gotta have more of those moments like, oh my God, he lost it. Like he lost the belt. Like I ain't think he lost the belt. Like you need to have some upsets. You gotta have some upsets because that creates great storyline, bro. And now you're the chaser again. You get what I'm saying? Instead of, all right, we setting up this big old fight, and what happens? Like, could he lose? Could he win? Yeah.
Because, to be honest, I knew Cody was gonna win at the WrestleMania last year.
Yeah. We all
You
knew that. Yeah.
You knew, it was cool and the build up, the hype with The Rock and all that. You feel me? But we knew Cody couldn't get all the way there and lose again.
Yeah.
He couldn't. That would have destroyed any Cody momentum forever. So that's to me, it's too predictable.
Right.
You feel me? It's too predictable.
Yeah, it is.
And so hopefully, this turns out. So what you think about this women's Royal Rumble?
First of all, I think Charlotte's coming back, and I think Becky's coming back. I don't know what order they're gonna come in, but
Yeah.
they coming back. The women's Royal Rumble is interesting because I don't know who they want to win. Um, I don't know if they want to give it to Charlotte. You know, don't forget about what's her name? The sister. Blowing the bank. I'm blowing the bank.
Oh, Jade Cargill.
Is she healthy yet?
I don't know. Hey, I haven't read nothing. I'll be on my wrestling
So
reports.
that she may come back. I don't know if she wins it though, but if she does, that'll be fire because it can create a storyline between her and Bianca, which will be
and,
good.
and Naomi and
And
that
Naomi and
whole.
all them, like,
It's
dang,
like,
you won
dang,
it.
you just gonna replace me? Like you could have
Yep,
dropped the belts,
yep.
but instead of dropping the belt, it was
Turn her
like,
heel, turn her heel. You get what
yeah,
I'm saying?
basically,
But
because that's the storyline I'm looking at. Like she come back and Naomi and and her got the belts, and she looking at her like, dang, like you couldn't just relinquish the belts and come be my friend.
yeah,
You had to give somebody else the belt. Like you
yeah,
really you probably set that up.
yeah.
Like
You
I
was
like
out here trying. You get what I'm saying? And
yeah, and
so
had to set up a match between them probably at
I know
Mania.
they won't give it to Charlotte because she's just coming back, and I know they want to have that Charlotte versus Tiff because they're alike a
Yeah, I
lot.
feel like that Charlotte will win an elimination chamber number
Yeah,
one contender type
yeah,
vibes.
and I know that Becky can't win it because you don't want Rhea to lose her belt just yet. That's because based off the way they do it, Becky not gonna. Well, Rhea.
But they do way more unpredictability in women's.
Yeah, they do.
Women's don't be holding the title
Yeah, they
for
don't.
forever.
Well, Rhea held it for a long time for one time. She
Yeah,
had it
but
for a
I mean,
while, and then she
yeah, but
lost it.
she ended up getting hurt.
Yeah, she ended up getting hurt. So that's how she lost it because she was going to hold that thing for a minute. And then that helped Liv Morgan become who she is, which is great. And I think
Yeah,
you need more of that to even big up these other superstars that have that moment. Don't mean like everybody got to touch the title, but
yeah,
when it makes sense. Like Jay Uso should have had a title already. And he could have
yeah,
lost it. He could have
yeah,
lost it.
because they screwed him. Like he shouldn't have never won the Intercontinental title that fast.
Yeah.
Just for him to drop it that fast.
Yeah.
Like y'all should have just waited for that. Let this bloodline in. He could be doing the Intercontinental thing right now
Yeah.
instead of chasing the WWE title.
Yeah.
Because y'all
Could
just
have.
trying to find a filler for Gunther.
For sure. And so I think, man, the women's is tough. I don't know who wins the women's because who do you need to win? I
I
like
feel like
Becky. I like Becky. If Becky comes back, I think Becky wins it. If Jay Cargill's come back and they want her to put her up there, scoot over this way.
she's still not good enough in the ring to me yet, personally.
Right.
I don't think she's good enough in the ring yet. I think we gotta who would like right now when I'm looking at it, because like
Jay
if
Cargill and Rhea Ripley is crazy though.
it would be, but I don't think that's. I think you need the Jade Cargill Bianca thing at
Before you have
WrestleMania.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, because she ain't been around for a full year. I feel like you got to
Yeah.
put your time,
So if
or
you
you
go
got to be
I
transcendent.
think Becky's going to win it if she come back.
I'm look,
That makes sense to me.
I'm looking at it. Parts of me want to say Bailey, but it's like, dang, they gonna let Bailey go back to back.
Nah.
Yeah. So
Bailey already
then,
had the title. She just had it. She just
yes,
lost
I'm
it.
saying they're not gonna let her go, but she also just won the Royal Rumble last year. Um,
Yeah.
so that's what
They're
it
not
gets
about to let Liv Morgan go back and fight again. Naomi, no. Nia Jax just had the belt. Like the honest
What
truth,
you looking at?
I'm looking at the people, like some of the main people that's in it right now. I think that if Becky comes back, she wins. The man has been out, and the man versus mommy,
Oh yeah.
WrestleMania. That's a big match.
Who did Becky lose the title to?
Was it Rhea?
At Mania.
She did. That's when she got her run. Oh my God. And to get that rematch, oh, that's a bro. You talk about an epic moment. That's an epic moment for sure. For Becky to come back after this long hiatus and win. Becky, I got Becky. I'm going. I'm
Yeah,
going
yeah,
Becky.
got to go Becky because
I'm
the
going Becky.
storyline's already there.
That storyline is, and that's a big main event.
That's a
That's a
storyline.
WrestleMania main event. You beat me last time, mommy. Now
Mm-hmm.
the man is back to
Mm-hmm.
take his dominance. Take her there. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm
Because
saying.
because the way I look at it, the way I set up in the women's division, you go Becky wins, she challenges Rhea Ripley.
Yep.
Elimination Chamber, you get the rematch between Tiffy and Nia. Tiffy wins. Charlotte somehow wins like a number one contender match.
In the
Then you get
elimination
the
chamber,
Charlotte, yeah, you get the Charlotte versus
Tiffy.
Tiffy.
That's
So
a.
now you got
That's. I'm telling you. Day one, Charlotte versus Tiffy. Day two, Rhea versus
Rhea.
Becky. In Vegas, it's gonna be epic.
That's main eventers.
That's main. I would even say, depending on who's going day two, I would do if I want the women to main event WrestleMania day one. I would like Rhea versus Becky main event because like who you got to go main event first night? Is it gonna be the
We got to
guy?
see how all this bloodline,
Yeah,
Rock,
yeah,
Cena.
yeah,
We got to see how some of the OGs play out and how
yeah.
this play
Because
out.
I don't think because you got to think about it, they gonna main event day two. That
Yeah, but
match is gonna be day two.
but I was saying I also think about Gunther. I
Gunther
feel
not
like
main event. He not main event yet.
ooh, that's
No disrespect to Gunther.
I know. That's what I'm
He's
saying.
not
That's
he's
why
not main event. He'll be mid card or second to mid card or whatever. You ain't gonna have back to back
title
championship.
is crazy. So you gonna open the show?
Not opening, but he probably be like second or third.
Nah. I feel like if he not gonna main event,
He open
then
it
you
then.
gonna have to
I can see
you
him
gonna have
open
to
it.
open.
That's
He gonna have
cool.
to open.
He can open
You,
it.
you can't put the WWE Championship title.
That's the heavyweight though.
That's what I'm saying.
That's the
That's what
workers
I'm saying,
championship.
but you can't put that one in the middle. I don't. That's it's not deep because it's like that just telling us that Gunther ain't the guy y'all
He can
trying to make
open
him
it.
be.
He can open day one. Because if I'm the WWE and if that is the WrestleMania, right? If it's Becky and it's Rhea, main event that.
I
It's
can see that.
main event.
There wouldn't be
And
no
then
problem with
and
that.
then Gunther can open it up, right? He can go, boom, open it up or whatever. And then they do all the other matches, whatever, the little whoop whoop whoop, and then they end with the championship. Second night, you can do Tiffy and them, open it up or mid card or however you want to put it. And then whoever's main eventing for who's ever going to be in that WWE championship or whoever's going to be in that main event. Who knows? Because if it's like a Cody, Randy Orton, I'm not saying Randy going to win, but I'm just giving you a hypothetical. Because it's not going to be a Roman Reigns versus.
Is that Epiphany?
He's gonna fight Cody if he was. But I was just saying, I would love to see Roman Reigns get the Raw championship. Like Roman and Gunther would be crazy.
That'd be a blood. That'd be
That'd be
that'd be mega.
the ring general. Like if I'm Roman, I'd be like, you know what, Cody,
You got what you got going on over there.
I
Let me go be.
I want because now that allows Roman to come to Raw. It's Netflix. If Roman wins the Royal Rumble, I can see him maybe throwing a curveball and saying, "Nah, we don't want that. I want this man
And
who's supposed to be
it
the
goes
king."
into a piece of your storyline, right? So Roman wins.
Scoot over this way. Yeah. Yeah.
Roman wins. Then he fights Gunther. Now, right?
Yeah.
Gunther loses the title. They have another match. Roman wins again.
Yeah.
Blase, blase, blah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then it sets up the whole CM Punk situation
Yeah.
because CM Punk is on Raw.
Yeah.
So now we can get to SummerSlam and we can get the screw job from Paul Heyman, which follow throughs with the favor.
The favor. I need that favor, Paul. I need that favor. And
And I
then it's
think that
good because it don't allow Roman to have that long. And now it's a different story. Your wise man stabbed you in the back, and Paul Heyman can be like, "You let me
and
get
then
beat by
and
them
then
dogs."
and then it goes back to now Solo back with Roman because he told him like, see, you like, or don't even he don't have to get back with Roman, but now it creates like, see, I told you he wasn't really for you, or, like,
Cause he
you
did
know.
some hits back in the day, bruh.
But to me, the as we looking at it, the guy that's an X factor in all this is Jacob Fatu
Yeah.
because boy, he is turning into something special.
No, he's a problem. He's a problem. I don't know if they give him the belt yet.
No, not the belt. I'm just saying, like, we've seen this when they start. Oh my goodness, Jacob
Yeah,
Fatu,
he's
boy,
that boy different.
he
The
got mic skills, is in ring skills. He got timing.
and he got
He's a
aura.
true villain,
He's a
like
aura.
a true
Like
villain.
he's a
He
like
got aura. When you got aura as a villain, you know it's different.
yeah. Yeah, he's a savage and I like it. And he's good. He can wrestle. Like he's good. Like he's
He's good.
athletic and his he's gonna be a problem because he's gonna be in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah,
I
he's gonna
just
get thrown out. But
so so here's the thing. Let's get to the men's because I know we got off tangent. I was start coming up with them dream matches because I start geeking out.
yeah,
Who you got winning the men's?
I got two winners. I'm just gonna call it what it is. I don't know.
You
I feel
gotta
like
pick one.
no, man. Yeah, this Royal Rumble is 30 people. It's
You
wrestling.
gotta pick one though.
It's wrestling, man.
Pick
It's
pick
wrestling.
pick your one that you think you want to win, and then the other
Yes,
pick.
again.
Yeah.
All right. So this is tough. This is tough. I've been thinking about this a lot. I want to give it to CM Punk, but I feel like they're not done with this Rollins CM Punk thing. I feel like they're not done with that. So I can't give it to CM Punk. So I'm gonna give it to Roman. I think Roman wins. I think Roman wins. My dark horse, for the sake of like compelling story, will be Cena.
Nah.
Because I feel like, although, no, I mean, or not, no, never mind.
Nah, because then
Because they've been promoting,
Elimination
promoting
Chambers.
it.
He got to
Yeah,
be
they've
at
been promoting
Elimination Chambers in
it.
Toronto.
Yeah.
He can't go there.
Yeah,
He ain't gonna fight. He ain't gonna have no belt at the Elimination Chamber.
yeah. So maybe they'll save him for that. Okay. So a dark horse. I don't know. I think it's really Roman because, like I said, I just don't feel like they over this CM Punk, um, Seth thing. I don't think they over that just yet because I feel like that match was good,
Yeah.
but I feel like that match needed a little bit more to that.
Yeah. Okay. My three people that I got the person I think who's gonna win.
You got three people? Damn,
Yeah. One person I do want to win because I want them to see him beat Gunther because they didn't let him play them like 3-4 times already. I want to see main event Jay win the Royal Rumble so he can.
Hell no, that ain't happening.
I know, but I'm just saying I would like to see Jay win it so he can challenge Gunther for the last time in main event. But Jacob Fatu and his brother and Jimmy and them, they're probably gonna have a match for sure. Something's about to happen. Maybe a tag team match between Jacob Fatu and the Usos. They gonna something like that. I feel like I can see that happening. So my two potentials. For sure, the easiest route is Roman. But if Roman wins, I don't want to see him fight Cody, and I hope he don't fight Cody. Yeah. I don't want to see that. That's cool, but I don't want to see that.
Yeah, but
But
they both baby faces. That's why it's not as compelling.
and then also I don't want to see it because I know it's gonna be weird because it's like, all right, you the top dog, you ain't gonna get your rematch, you ain't gonna. Ooh. If he wins, I want to see him go after Gunther because I think that'll be crazy. But then it don't make sense because John Cena is gonna be at WrestleMania, and who he gonna fight? Maybe Gunther, because he may get it at the Elimination Chambers to set up the Gunther and John Cena, and then Gunther can get upset it one night only by John Cena at WrestleMania, which would be an epic thing. And you know what? You can start that in the beginning because you get what I'm saying. So I can see that happening. I don't see. So
But
then
but
my
I also see in that is Logan Paul John Cena at Mania.
yeah, but I think I think I think that will happen later. I don't know if it's gonna happen because he did that one already. I don't know if he does that again. He
He
did.
did like he hasn't done Logan Paul.
No, he did that with like Austin. What's his dude name?
Theory.
Theory. He was that was Austin Theory was the Logan Paul at that time, and
Okay.
so I don't know if he does that again. But it wouldn't be bad to see it. My dark horse. I, I I don't. So I'm gonna say Roman Reigns doesn't win WrestleMania. I mean Royal Rumble because number one, they're not gonna have the Cody and Roman 3, and number two, they're not gonna have him face Gunther. That's not gonna be his role, and so he has no place to win the Royal Rumble. So my dark horse is Randy Orton. Randy Orton been gone. He been out of commission, and that sets up the Randy Orton student teacher WrestleMania moment where it's gonna be like, and then Randy can turn heel because it's like you didn't help me. You
Yeah,
didn't
or,
help.
or this happened because of you.
Exactly. I think Randy Orton is my dark horse. I think Randy wins the Royal Rumble. That's what I'm going with because Roman Reigns don't make sense right now. Cody and Roman would be cool. It's money, but we don't need that. And again, you don't want to see a potential where Roman about to win again. I don't
And
want
I'm
to
saying,
see him win that way he wins.
the only other curveball that I had just speaking is The Rock showing up and entering the Royal Rumble. That'll blow the roof off. That
You
would blow
you
the
you
roof
you
off
you
the
know
building.
wait
You hear that?
wait
Boom, boom, boom.
wait and it make you know what? You a genius. Because The Rock said, just be patient and let The Rock put you on a ride he's going to put you on. The Rock eliminates Roman to win the Royal Rumble to fight Cody.
Sheesh.
And then Roman gets his get back at the. So then that means Cody going to have the belt again. Or The Rock could win it.
And then Roman got to get it from The Rock, and you
Yep.
say you do 2 nights at SummerSlam
Yeah.
in Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
And then you got the 2 night. Now you got Rock for 2 big pay-per-views. And you're going to have the dream match, and you're going to have him finish that story, with Cody for a minute.
Yeah, true.
You get what I'm saying?
True.
I like that. That is the big curveball that I like. So I'm going to say I'm going with The Rock.
Yeah, man. I feel like The Rock. Why not?
I like
it
that.
makes sense.
And it's the biggest Royal Rumble ever. And why not do it? If I'm The Rock, my ego says this is the one.
Yeah.
I'm shocked because when that music go off, and you know what? He gotta come number 30. Can't come early. Pause. Yo, what? He cannot. He can't. He has to be number 30. No, real talk. He
Real
has
talk.
to be the last man. Cause if that music goes off,
It's going the build is
it's
going
going to
to
steal the
erupt.
show.
It's going to
It's
erupt.
going to steal the show. When you hear dun dun the rock set and you
Yeah,
I'm gonna get the goosebumps.
yeah. He show up 30. Oh, I may turn into a kid again. Oh,
Oh my God. I'm telling you, I'm
yeah.
going crazy if The Rock do it. If The Rock do it, bro, y'all heard it first, because I ain't heard nobody saying The Rock gonna win the Royal Rumble. They don't even know if The Rock is in the Royal Rumble. But the final boss makes the final boss decisions. So if he doesn't show up, I'll be disappointed because I feel like this is the perfect time to shock the world. If I'm a writer in WWE, Rock, we need you. Can you wrestle at WrestleMania? I can't. You're number 30. We're going to throw you a curveball. Don't nobody know you're coming. You're a 30th entry, and you're going to go over and win the Royal Rumble. And then it starts.
Wow. While eliminating Roman.
Yes. Yes. Oh, my God. We're going to leave on that note. I ain't got nothing else to say.
Rant.
Oh, yeah. Get your rant off. Get your rant off, man.
Yeah, man. So look, man, I've the games I know have become terrible, especially like the All-Star games and all that kind of stuff. And I was really sitting there and I'm driving home and I look at my phone and I see that Russell Wilson and Drake May are Pro Bowl quarterbacks. And I said, how in the hell is Russell Wilson and Drake May a Pro Bowl quarterback? Because there was a time in football, Bake, where the Pro Bowl, people showed up and they played football.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like they took pride in being from the AFC and from the NFC. They took pride in knowing that the dudes that are here, everybody is like that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I really want to see if I'm like that. The Pro Bowl used to be a great game. You feel me?
It's flag football now.
Huh?
It's flag football now.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. And it's my point in the rant I was getting to is football and basketball, because the All-Star game. Now we got a whole new format for the All-Star game to try to make that more competitive. Don't nobody want to do the dunk contest because they're afraid of their stardom being shot down if they don't win or they can't complete dunks. Like the essence of all this stuff has been lost. And I'm trying to figure out, how is it that more money is being made and we getting way less oomph? But when these dudes was making pennies on the dollar compared to what they making now, they was willing to make sure that we always had a show. They was willing to make sure that for the love of the game, we was going to show up and give the fans a show. And to me, it's just pathetic that now they making more money. I'm so afraid I'm going to get hurt. I don't want to play hard. These dudes wasn't making as much as y'all. And they was showing up. And the game was usually played the week, like how it is now, before the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So it was people that was disappointed they didn't even make it to the Super Bowl, but showing up to the damn Pro Bowl and giving it all they got.
Yeah.
You feel me? And
they was getting paid too.
Huh?
It was getting a good check, whoever won.
Exactly. And so like when I'm looking at these All-Star games and I'm looking at just the essence of it all, man, I'm just so disappointed. And that's what I feel about the NBA. The problem with the NBA is too buddy. Everybody friends. Man, like I don't like to turn on my TV because the Lakers and the Celtics played a couple of weeks ago or a week ago.
Yeah, they
I turn on my TV, they show LeBron and Jason Tatum at half court giggling and smiling. Man, it's the Lakers and the Celtics, bro.
Yeah.
Ain't no giggling and smiling when it's the Lakers and the Celtics. Like, ain't enough beef. Ain't enough.
Boss. Hey, yo.
Hey,
yo. Yo. Hey, yo. Hey, yo, mother. Hey, yo. Yo, that was crazy. That came out of left field, dog. I said, ain't enough beef. Hey, yo. But I mean, I understand where you're coming from. I get you, but the times has changed. Back in the day, I'm gonna tell you right now. I get where you're coming from, but I think for football, I think a lot of it has to do with the CTE and people. Remember, it used to be the last game of the season. Now it's the one before the last game, so it don't have the same emphasis that it used to have. Because that was the last game. So it was like we playing. This is the last game before we go into the off
Yeah,
season.
like right, Super Bowl in, and then
and
the
then
next week the Pro
and then
Bowl.
we got fun, and then everybody can make it. Now you got people that is in the Super Bowl, not in the Pro Bowl no more, and they used to be in the Pro Bowl because it was after the Super Bowl, and so it changed, and maybe they need to go back to that. But I think flag football, these kids love flag football, they love it.
Yeah, I mean the flag football element, I'm not mad at. I'm just more like there's the star power ain't there.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know why
give me the
Lamar's
flag,
not there, Josh Allen's not there.
give me the flag football game, and I got it's Lamar, Joe, and Josh
Yeah,
at the quarterbacks. It's
yeah,
Jamar out there. It's
yeah.
like still like if we're gonna do flag football, please still
Get the people,
give me all
the
my superstars.
the superstars. Yeah, yeah,
Give me
yeah.
the superstars,
I
and
think
let's go
they need to
play
make the
flag
Pro
football.
Bowl after the season. If they're gonna do this, just a week off, and then they do an extra week of the Pro Bowl. Like you gotta have it where it's fun. It's the end. It's the
Give us the
culmination.
superstar. It'd be cool to see Pat Mahomes
Right.
playing flag football.
Yeah. You
Like,
just won the Super Bowl. Now you playing in that Pro Bowl. Like you having its and giggles. They got to go back to that.
yeah,
And then
it's
for the
some football
NBA,
work.
it's just tough because the dunk. Man. What dunk you gonna do now? Everything is being
No, it's
done.
not. Listen, babe. I'm on my TikTok. I'm on my Instagram.
But those dunkers ain't in the league though.
Yeah, but as I'm saying, it's dudes out here doing dunks that I never thought would be done.
But
So that means there are dunks that can be done. It's just
the dudes that's dunking can't do it. I
figure
mean,
it out.
I would like to see
Anthony
Jalen Green. Jalen Green,
Think about it. Like, give me a dunk contest of Jalen
Anthony
Green,
Edwards.
Anthony Edwards. Give me Jalen, Anthony.
Who else?
That boy Shaden Sharp is nice.
From who? From where?
From Portland.
Portland. Yeah, all right, you get him, and who else?
That
Who's your
boy,
fourth?
That boy,
Who's your fourth?
that boy is crazy with it.
Who's your fourth? See,
I'm thinking.
I think you bring a dark horse, somebody from outside.
We already got a dog. They already had the dude Matt McClung didn't won the past two from the G League.
No, not from G League. I'm talking about influencer. Influencers versus the NBA. You gotta change it up a little bit.
I think I would do Zion.
Hell no, Zion ain't gonna be in no dunk contest. But
I'm just saying, but I'm talking.
I
about
know
the
it'd be
star
good.
power.
I like Ja Morant. I would probably do
Ja.
Ja.
So we go Jalen Green, Anthony Edwards, Ja.
That's a
and
good dunk
Shaden
contest.
Sharp.
That's a good dunk. I mean, on paper, it's a good dunk contest. But like Kobe said, when I knew that Vince Carter was in that thing, no, I ain't doing it.
But Kobe already had won one.
But he's a competitor. It ain't about.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
He knew who was in that dunk. He knew he wasn't winning that.
Yeah, but you have to think about that dunk contest had
Tracy
Vince,
McGrady,
Steve Francis.
one of the greatest dunk contests ever.
It was a star-studded. Still, without a Kobe, it was still star-studded.
But Kobe knew he wasn't gonna do that because they wanted to get Kobe in that thing.
Yeah, because Kobe's not a
dunker like that. He's a dunker, but he's not like
he's
I
a
get
game dunker.
Yeah, he's
Kobe
game
going
dunker.
Kobe a game dunker.
Yeah.
Vince Carter is really about that putting on the show.
So anyway,
So,
man,
so that was my rant.
we will see y'all. I get what you're saying, but I just think the times are different, bro. It's just different times, man.
Soft. Both leagues are soft.
Not even just a soft thing. I think it's more so just a mindset thing with the kids, and like they're trying to make it fun for people to watch, and the competitiveness.
You're losing us.
Yeah,
I'm gonna still watch, but you're losing.
I'm gonna watch. Yeah, I'll watch in the playoffs because it's when it's serious. The mid-season ain't really hitting like that, and it's cool. I ain't really tripping.
But because it ain't the storyline like when you look at it, like when the Lakers and the Kings during that 2000 run, you still trying to watch those regular season matchups
Yeah, because it was
because there's a
different.
little fire there. You feel me? When the Pistons was becoming good and the Celtics had got their new team, like it was games and teams during the regular season where you like, ooh,
Yeah,
that's gonna be,
it
But right now,
changed. I don't know
what
why
what
it
what
changed.
teams are we looking forward to watching play against each other right now?
I don't know.
Exactly. The biggest game of the year so far was OKC and Cleveland,
Yeah, because it was number one versus number one. I mean,
but there was
LeBron,
no.
because you got to think about it too, bro. Like, Bron, Curry, Durant. It's older now. They're not in their prime, so they're trying to sell these younger kids, these younger athletes, because, bro, when
But
they
everybody too. But it was in. But ain't no beat. No. Ain't no animosity.
yeah, you don't see it until because even the people that's in the league, they don't have that kind of animosity. It's
Yeah,
not.
ain't no animosity. So
It's no
when you're trying
issues.
to spark up
Nigga, we
new
making all
stuff,
that money. Ain't no animosity, dog. I'm getting to $100 million, bro. I ain't got no animosity with you, nigga. I'm getting $100 million. People want to make $100 million back in the day. You getting
man,
$100
that's
million,
crazy.
dog. It's hard to be mad. But when you telling me I'm only making $20 million or something, dog, I'm hot. I want some bread, dog. $100 million, dog, and I'm only, man. That's crazy, dog. I ain't tripping, dog.
You need
Oh,
more
what you
animosity.
mad at, bro? What are you mad at,
I
bro? I got
like the
$100 million.
fact that Cade Cunningham and Jalen Green ain't that cool.
That's
I like
cool.
that.
That's
You
cool.
feel me? I like that Chet
Well,
and Wimby got a little something
and,
brewing
and
with them.
maybe
Like
that generation will be
we,
the one
we
to take it over. Because, right, look, man, first of all, when you get to a certain age, it's like, nigga, I ain't got nothing to be mad at now. I'm just hooping. Like, Curry, he still
Brown
got
ain't
that
never
dog.
been mad. Brown ain't never been mad.
No, Bron been mad when he have those games when he's been pissed off and he been locked
No,
in.
I'm talking about like he ain't really had no real animosity with
Yes, he
nobody.
did. I mean, no
Who?
animosity, but any nigga that try, I mean, excuse my language, but anybody who like when he went to Cleveland and they booed, niggas.
Yeah, because he was being he had to be a villain. That ain't no. That's just him being
No,
a villain.
Boston. He has no animosity in Boston. They didn't like Boston. Boston and Miami didn't like each other. It was some real dog
Yeah,
fights in Boston, Miami,
that
and
was interesting.
you know what
That
I
was
mean.
interesting.
But you got when Bron against Curry, there was some animosity when they was playing. Just couldn't beat them. Nigga, they had Kevin Durant on them teams, dog, and then the one they didn't, they had Kyrie and Kevin Love got hurt. So like, it's hard to have animosity when and then you get what I'm saying. But the next series, it was a lot of jaws going back and forth. It was a good series. You know what I'm saying? And so the
Ain't no animosity for me.
but again, it's like this is not old school basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like even when you play now, you go to these high school games, ain't nobody mad at each other. Man, they shaking hands. They over here taking pictures on Instagram, texting each other like, "Hey, bro, we going to the
Yeah,
party." It's a
they don't
different
share.
era now, and we
They
just
don't
gotta
share,
accept
bro.
that, bro. And I'm not mad at. I'm embracing the new generation. I
I
don't.
can't.
I don't. It don't have to be
Yeah.
crazy. Just when you playing, just go hoop. Go hoop. But anyway, man, we got the watch party through the grace of God this Saturday, man. Royal Rumble live from Talk That Talk Nation headquarters. We're gonna be at the crib. We're gonna be watching the Royal Rumble, and we're gonna see if our predictions come to light. Any words for get up out of here, man?
No, man, just looking forward to this weekend, man.
Yeah,
Looking forward to this weekend, and
I'm a
and
kid again, man. When it comes to wrestling,
yeah,
man,
man, excited about this weekend. I've been waiting for the Royal Rumble
I feel like them old
like
heads
all
that,
my life. Like the
yeah,
Royal Rumble's been taking forever to get here.
I know, bro, and I'm really excited. I really hope your prediction with The Rock.
Me too. Me too.
I
I
really hope
can't.
that
I
happens.
want to be. I can't wait
Bro, if the Rock
to
music
run
come out
through
at
your
number 30,
kitchen.
I'm going crazy.
Yeah, I can't wait to do that little lap around your kitchen island.
I,
Oh
I,
man.
I'm going crazy if the Rock wins the Royal Rumble. I'm losing my mind. If Rock comes on, because you know why it makes sense and be epic, and I'm about to get up out of here, is that it's unexpected. Remember when The Undertaker lost?
Threw me for a
People,
loop. I
people,
stared at the screen for like 15 minutes.
it's like he really lost.
The
Like,
streak over?
it's
I know.
over.
I feel like it was a bad drink. He ain't really.
And
He
that's
ain't
what
really.
WWE has to get back to those to get to the granddaddy of them all. Because they at the peak right now. Now you got to get back to unpredictability. Not just all the time, but the ones that hit you. Like if The Rock comes out at number 30 and wins the Royal Rumble, the whole universe and fans are going to go bunkies. And then he calls out Cody Rhodes, rocking Cody, main event, WrestleMania. Then Roman gets his get back, or he lets him win, and then Roman wants to fight. Oh man. Oh my God. Anyway, y'all, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. I'm geeking out like I wanted that. I wanted to happen now. I wanted to happen. The final boss got to win this thing. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Always remember to stay blessed and always remember to stay safe and talk that talk. Till next time. Peace.
Peace.